Okay, good morning, everyone, and thank you for joining us on today's live webinar session. My name is Asil Philip, and I'm a business development manager at CleverLMS. Today's session will be slightly different from our traditional format in a sense that we want to share some practical hands-on knowledge on how to leverage CleverLMS for your company in your business. So before we get started, if you are new to e-learning and if you've never used an LMS before, let's talk about what LMS stands for. LMS is typically an online digital platform. It's a learning management system, and it's an online platform that helps streamline all training processes in the organization. The benefits are straightforward. You can formalize and standardize your training content so that you're consistently delivering high quality training content to the entire organization, to all of the employees. It helps facilitate effective and efficient content delivery through a centralized learning hub. And for leadership and management, it helps track employee performance and progress in real time, not mentioning that the LMS also helps automate multiple administrative tasks that nobody likes to do on a daily basis. So with that said, why invest in an LMS? We live in a world that's abundant with technology, and that's because technology helps us operate our businesses more efficiently with using less resources, minimum costs, and smaller teams. And employee training is no exception. Based on the data that was shared by LinkedIn and Skill Scouter, nearly 90% of companies in the world use some form of digital learning. 1/3 of which are already using an LMS, and nearly 40% are planning to implement one in 2025, just next year. And why? Because the ROIs of investing in LMS are very clear. For every dollar that you invest in employee training through the LMS, excuse me, you get $30 back in better performance, higher outputs, and more efficiency. Now, in today's session, we will be focusing on the different functions of CleverLMS. As you can see, it works like our platform works like a puzzle, where you focus on the learning scenario, which is the fundamental part of delivering training and quickly assessing the knowledge of your employees. The task management helps to streamline and manage all of the tasks and digitize some of the business processes in the organization, as well as the corporate portal for engaging and motivation, and building a centralized knowledge repository in the knowledge section. So today's focus will be specifically on the learning scenario. Now let's actually get to the LMS, and I want to show you how it looks like and how you can set this up. So if I were an employee that was using CleverLMS for my training, this would be my homepage. Yeah, and as fundamental training as it gets, our first training starts with onboarding or pre-boarding, if you will, if you want to prepare your employees before they get started, so they feel confident and more, that they're right in or part of the team before their first day. All right, so this is the homepage. I'm going to quickly scroll through my main page. And for my onboarding, I'll go straight to my Learning Hub and find my Welcome to the Team onboarding course. So here, let me click and then show you. So here's the full description of the course itself. And then as I continue down below, you can see that there are long reads, external links, there are PDFs, a digital course, as well as videos and tests. Let me show you how employees can quickly complete their tests online. So hopefully I will get this right. And nope, that was incorrect. Okay, I'll try to get this one right. Okay, that was good. So it's very straightforward. It's very easy, no rocket science. So for now, let me close this, so just so that we can move on. All right, so that was the onboarding course. Now, let me show you. You probably are wondering if, for those of you who work in companies with a lot of employees on the floor, on the field, on site, if you have employees that don't have access to computers, how are they able to access these trainings? We do have a very robust mobile application that allows for learners to access their training on any mobile device, and that could be a smartphone or a tablet. So let me show you how that looks like. So a quick video of our app, so you can just see on my screen right away. That's my phone and the CleverLMS app. They can be actually completely white labeled so that it looks like it's your company's product. And you can see when we log into the application, it's a similar interface. And then we go to the Learning Hub. You can see my required trainings, and then I will scroll down to my onboarding and find my Welcome to the Team onboarding course. All right, so the benefits of using a mobile device are obviously, and accessing the learning through the mobile device are endless. But one of the key things that I'd like to mention is that when you're using CleverLMS Online, your employee is not only able to access it on their devices, but also able to access even without the internet connection. All right, so with that out of the way, now once I complete my onboarding, I can now move on to my next training, which could be skills training, product training, whatever you can think of. In my case, it would be a sales training, but I want to show you what a driving course would look like. Yeah. So let's go in and see what a driving course. So again, we have a similar course structure, and here we have a long read, a video, and completes with a driving test. Let me put this away so that we can see it better. So here I want to show you video-based training is actually quite popular, and you can really engage learners with a video training. And I want to show you how we can use it in CleverLMS.
Whenever you're reversing.
All right, so here we can see how the video started, and it automatically paused with a pop-up question. And that's because we can integrate automatic interactive questions throughout the video. First of all, making sure that the learners are watching the video till the end, and you're also helping them internalize and help that knowledge stick better. So what are the questions? These are some of the questions that we have integrated, and we can go ahead and answer those. Very similar to the test question that we had seen earlier. All right. And the video will continue once we've submitted the right answers. All right. So now that we have seen what where an employee journey would look like throughout the onboarding process, how they can easily access their training content on a desktop, on a mobile device, and how they can complete their assessments, let me show you how you can set this up and automate this process through an admin portal. Now we will switch to the admin. All right. Here's my admin panel. I'm looking at my Learning Hub where I see my Welcome to the Team onboarding course. Over here, now before building this course, I've actually gone to the materials and uploaded all of my individual materials so that I can put together a course. So here you can see how we can create and upload a video. We can add a document, create long reads, test, add external links, upload PDFs and SCORM files. Once I've added all of my modules, then they get packaged into my learning journey, my onboarding course. Let me click here and show what it looks like from a backstage. I've added a description, a thumbnail, and when I go to access, here's the magic starts. So I have created my organizational structure to consist of my departments, positions, and regions. This is a general onboarding course, and therefore it was enrolled or assigned to the entire organization. But if it was a very much of a role-specific onboarding, then I could just assign it to a specific role that it's relevant for, and you can decide however you want to manage it. But if this is something in onboarding that you want to assign to a specific or individual user, you can just type in their name and assign it that way as well. From here in the Users tab, you can see the full list of people that have been already enrolled into this onboarding and the date of enrollment. What I also like about the LMS is the ability to automate what we call recurring or compliance trainings. And here I'm talking about safety compliance and other compliance trainings. And when we set this automatic to reassigned, the same course to the same person can be reassigned with the frequency that you need it to be. All right, so now we've seen how we can upload materials, how we can build those learning journeys. Let's look at how we can track the progress support for our learners to see where they're at if they have completed. Here's my quick dashboard for the reports. And from the modules, I will choose my Welcome to the Team. So the quick report dashboard shows me that there are 11 people that have already completed it successfully, but 59 have been enrolled. So I want to see who those people are. Now we're going into the more detailed report, and over here we can see the full list of all of the people that have been assigned. Again, let's group everyone that has already completed, 100% passed. As I scroll down, we can see that some of the people are still working through in progress. Now, what do we do with this report? We can export it into an Excel spreadsheet and use it for further analytics, or submit to our leadership and management to show where they're at, how we're progressing through our training overall throughout the organization. So that's about it. And that's really is all that I wanted to show you today based on the learning scenario, which is delivering and automating, streamlining training, creating the trainings, and effectively and efficiently sharing it, assigning it to the learners, and also being able to track their progress report. On our next session, we will definitely explore the next sections of the LMS, which will be the task management, the corporate portal, and the knowledge base. If you would like to ask any questions, we can start the Q&A session now, and we can talk a little bit more about your detailed questions and what really interests you. Maybe you want me to go in depth into some of the sections. You can put your questions in the chat box. Let me see. David, thank you so much for your comments. Could you show examples of how long reads? Sure, absolutely. Okay, so let me go and show you what that looks like. I will go back to my welcome to the team. Okay, so here's my long read for the onboarding rules, and here's what it looks like. What we see right now is what it looks like for obviously for an employee going through the long read. In the admin panel, when you create a long read, it looks like you're working in a Word document and on Microsoft Office Word with all of the formatting functionalities. And we can continue to the next. Okay. Any more questions? You're welcome, David. All right. I may have actually skipped, and this is something that we can return and I can show you a little bit more about. You may be wondering, how did all of these people end up in the LMS? How did you get them in here? So there is no magic, obviously. Let me show you how you can add users. Over here in the user section, you can add one user at a time and generate an automatic password for them. Or what's easier for large organizations and companies is that you can import using a spreadsheet template that you can just fill it in. And with a couple of clicks, you get all of your employees in the system right away. And you can already assign groups where they should belong to based on their departments, positions, regions. All right. Any further questions? I'll just give it a few more seconds for people, maybe if they want to look around. And ask a few more questions. All right, no more questions. So I hope this webinar session was insightful and inspiring for everyone who has never seen an LMS before. And so this will be interesting for you to explore CleverLMS further. So come and join us on our next webinar session. We'll explore the Task Management Hub. Thank you so much for attending. Have a great day.